Rob rattles back in the Arizona desert to find more of his favourite rattlers. The Mojave, the Hopi, and the rarely seen tiger rattler. He has a very close call with the superstar of the desert, the western diamondback. He enjoys feeding time with king snakes, but knows when he hears the telltale sizzling rattle, he's close to the killer instinct centre of Rattlerville, USA.
On a previous trip to the US of A, I reckon I learned a fair bit about rattlesnakes. One of them is the word rattle doesn't mean they just eat rats. What I did learn is there's a lot more to rattlesnakes than can be shown in one episode of Killer Instinct. So I'm back to get their tails a-shaking again.
Rob wants to find another of these guys. Note the stripes in his scales. This is a rattlesnake, but you may not have seen one like this before. Rob has returned to the tough and rocky Arizona foothills to look for more needles in a haystack. It's hot and he has a lot of ground to cover. This area is filled with wildlife, but finding one specific animal is the real test.
This is a real bonus. I've heard about these, but I'd never really expected to find one. Right. It's a little awkward, this is. Over that rock, there you go. Ah, look at that. Oh, look at those fangs. He doesn't like this. That's a little bit. Yes. Tiger rattler. This is a rarely seen snake. The reason he's not seen a lot is because they call him the monsoon rattler. He only comes out usually when the monsoons are on. Tell you what, the size of the body compared to the size of the head, he's got a really small head. That's probably because he lives up in the rocks. He's got to get that head down in amongst the rocks to get his prey out. So it helps him to have a smaller head. And you'll only find him here, on the edge of the hills, on the rocks as well. He doesn't go up the plains. Looking at the size of his head, I'd say much of his prey is lizards, but when you see what snakes can swallow, he'll take small rodents too, there's no doubt about that. And probably even birds if he can catch hold of them too. When I saw him crawling down past these rocks here, I thought, death adder. Then I thought, yeah, nah, can't be, I'm in America. Looks just like a death adder. Just like a death adder, even the head, real death adder. But he had a rattle. Brought me back to where I really am. Yeah, got a fairly big rattle too. He's got quite a big rattle for the size of his body too, look at that. And didn't he move it around a bit when I first came over? Look at that. Rattler for him. Yeah, truly just very much looking like a death adder in fact.
Rob has tracked a death adder back here in the deserts of Australia and found this viper has many similarities to the tiger rattlesnake.
Well, he's still here in the classic ambush position, tail by the head. I've disturbed him, he's off. He might bury again, I don't think so. I disturbed him. Here he comes. Anyway, I'll grab him and tell you about him. Pin there, gotcha. And this is the snake that eats just about everything else, except for other snakes. The death adder. And he's an ambush hunter with a difference. Other ambush hunting snakes come around, find the trail, sit and wait, eat their fill and go home. He doesn't. He shifts his camp, crawls to one spot, finds a good spot, buries in the sand, sits with his tail near his head. And if something comes near, wriggles his tail like a little grub at anything that eats little grubs out here. And that includes birds, frogs, lizards, and little mammals like marsupial mice. They grab his tail, he goes whack, grabs them. And another thing, for his size, he's the saber-toothed tiger of the snakes. He's got exceptionally long fangs. I reckon that's to go through the feathers and the fur.
The Australian death adder has a special tail adaptation to lure prey, and even a slithering action that's similar to a sidewinder rattler. He even sports some nice little eyebrows like the sidewinder. But back in Arizona, Rob's anxious to move on.
Okay, mate. Enough of you. Off to what I'm here for. Okay, mate, off you go.
This secretive snake ranges from southern Arizona to southern Sonora in Mexico. He seems happy to slink off to his world without humans.
Rattlesnakes pack into this country wherever they can. That tiger rattlesnake shares his home with another rattler, and they both share the same food. One eats the babies, the other the adults.
Rob intends to cover a lot of ground this time in the Arizona desert and hills. He wants to catch a glimpse of why the king snake got his name. If you eat other snakes, you're the king. And then has a dinner date where he's the guest and chef. But he gets serious and has a close shave while trying to grab a western diamondback, tracking a Hopi rattler, running down a Mojave rattlesnake.
This is the holy grail of the rattlesnakes. It's the Mojave rattler. He's the most deadly of the rattlesnakes.
And then becomes a barefoot guest star in Hollywood with matching alligator accessories.
Oh my God.
Name is Bo.
Next on Killer Instinct, Rob has a close call.
Ooh, that was close. See him whip himself around? Oh, he's not too happy.
Rob's continuing hunt often has him confronting pack rat nests, but he names them after their fading Australian equivalent.
Just about every patch of boulders here has a stick nest rat in it. And just looking at this one, I'm going to dig this one up. I might get one. I might get lucky here. I see no cactus around, yet I can still see cactus spines. They must go for miles to get it as a protection. I can't help but wonder if the Australian stick nest rat had cactus as a part of its arsenal, it might still be alive on the mainland today, where it's extinct. The foxes got it and the cats. If there's one thing I've learnt when you're digging out these pack rat nests, you've got to do it very carefully. And for more reasons than just the thorns. Hey, this is a surprise, but not really. Because these fellas actually eat the pack rat. I've come across I've come across a rattler. Look at that. No pack rat here. He's dinner. Okay, mate. I'm gonna get you out of there. This is when I think the hook is going to beat my jigger when it comes to rattling. I might have to get a stick.
Rob reverts to his favourite bush tool. Stick. It's available everywhere.
Try and make a little bit of a hook. Okay, out you come. Come on. Come on, out you come. Off you come. Here it comes. Come on, out you come. Look at that, eh? Come on. Move it. Out you come. Come on. Gotcha. Let's drop him down there where I can get a good look at him. Hey. Come out. Come on, there it is.
Rob knows to be careful with these snakes. They'll seem compliant, but when cornered, can move quickly and with great strength.
Ooh, that was close. See him whip himself around? Oh, he's not too happy. Look at those fangs go. Hey, sorry about that, mate. You've got to be very careful. These are such a soft snake. This black and white banded tail tells me he's a western diamondback. It's the largest rattlesnake in the desert. This one's not a big one. He's about, I'd say about half grown. A 4 foot would be a big one. This would be about 2.5 feet, maybe 3 feet. I tell you what, such a soft snake. In fact, if someone was to gave me a rattlesnake and said, where do you reckon it lives? I really wouldn't have picked the desert, I reckon. The skin is so soft. I would imagine the much harder, shiny scales would be more desert. The belly looks like it, but the back is so soft. In fact, in Australia, one of the snakes with skin that's sort of wrinkly like this and soft lives in the water. It's a file snake.
A delicacy among Aboriginals, the file snake is caught in Australian streams and billabongs, and its rough textured skin is very baggy.
Now the reason they're called a file snake is because they've got rough scales, like a file. They're a true water snake. They only live in water, very rarely ever come out, maybe to go from one hole to another. And you can see they're a true water snake by on top of the head. The eyes are right up the top and their nostrils are right on the top. Just have to stick it out to get a breath of air. A bit like a crocodile, actually. What makes rattlesnakes quite a challenge to catch are the fact they can strike half their body length, and they're rather alert snakes. Got rather good eyesight, but on top of that, they've got pits. Now these are infrared sensors. They can seek out heat, a source of heat. And not only that, with the rattlesnakes, they're so developed, they're actually attached to its eyesight, to the retina. So even if I was to blindfold this rattlesnake, he could still zero in on my hand just through those pits alone. It gives him almost like a 3D image with the eyes, the pits, and of course that tongue that keeps coming out gives him excellent sense of smell too. This snake seems to have everything going for it. The feel of an arsenal that you can see in its mouth, huge fangs, which puts venom in very deep into the prey. In fact, all of those features combined into the one snake makes the rattlesnake the most advanced snake on the planet. A lot of speculation when it comes to rattlesnakes. And the one that's been put forward the most is the fact that it was designed to stop the snake from being stepped on by large animals like bison. If a bison came by, he'd go rattle, 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 don't stand on me. But I don't think so, because the most numerous and successful group of snakes in North America don't have rattles, the colubrids. What I have noticed is that every colubrid I've caught so far, and there's about 7 species, have all actually wriggled their tails, very much like a rattlesnake. And many of the Australian snakes do it, only when they're alarmed or threatened. And not only that, most of the lizard species do it too. If a gecko's sitting here, and a python comes over, the gecko throws its tail towards the snake and wriggles it vigorously. And that is so that the snake strikes the tail, not the head end. That's the vulnerable bit. With the rattlesnakes, they've added sound to their decoy, which now possibly makes it more of a warning also, that he will bite if he's rattling his tail. So do stay away. Thank you very much for all that information. Go back home, mate.
After the break, Rob catches a Hopi rattlesnake. And later, joins the snakes he loves at dinner time. Red-soiled, wide-open Arizona plain and its big sky are very reminiscent of Australia's outback to Rob, and he's enjoying finding differences and similarities in the wildlife.
Rattlesnakes have filled every niche in North America, from the high mountains, like the black rattlesnake, right through to the rocky outcrops, to to the open plains.
And Robbie's strike rate in finding worthwhile specimens is picking up. He's come across a little rattlesnake that's a master of adaptation.
Just after a rainstorm like's been through here is a good time to find snakes on the move. Look at that.
This little rattlesnake is perfectly coloured pinkish brown to blend in with the soil here. The maximum length of these snakes is only 24 inches, and they're a protected species here in Arizona.
This pretty little snake here, if it's what I think it is, which is a Hopi rattlesnake, isn't little. He's actually a big one. He also belongs to a branch of rattlesnakes on the cutting edge of rattlesnake evolution. This particular group of rattlesnakes is rapidly changing to fill just about every available niche here in North America. It's really a snake on the move in more ways than one. Keep going, fellow.
The sun is low in the sky, and Rob knows what that means animal-wise.
Anyway, this is about the time things should start moving out here. Starting to cool off a bit.
A good time to hunt for both parties.
Listen to that. Even without the noise, he's not that hard to see. I reckon he's just come out of one of these holes around these bushes to go hunting. I've got one of them. And just looking at his horns on his eyes, this one's definitely a sidewinder. The only one with horns in their eyes. I'll bring him out to the open, see if we can get him to move for us. Oh, he's a little cranky. He doesn't like that. Come on, mate. Go on, mate. Okay, out in the open. He's a little frightened at the moment. I'll have to give him a bit of room and he'll work. Look how it goes. He's going from here, he's going that way sideways. Look at him go sideways. Every time I've seen a sidewinder on the TV, they've always been going across sand. I was led to believe that's why they went sideways. But here, there ain't no sand. I think there's another reason. Oh, look at those little fangs go. He wants me. He's a really cute little devil with those eyebrows. I reckon the main reason he goes sideways, it puts a smaller surface area of his body on the ground at any one time, so he can operate in a higher temperature than the other rattlesnake that shares his habitat. So it gives him an extended hunting window of opportunity. They're not really covering the same niche. He's a smaller rattlesnake also, which means he can go down a smaller hole and access smaller prey items. Now, unlike the Australian snakes, I can pretty well fiddle with their fangs, but these ones, their fangs are so articulate they come right out. I'm going to be a bit careful, I can tell you. And they're really long. Look at them, eh? The sidewinder is also the most common rattlesnake in the desert regions. And he does go into sand, don't get me wrong. And I think those eyebrows might have something to do with that. So he buries into the sand, like a lot of other viperids, and he pokes his head up, that actually pushes the sand away and lets him be able to see. It might give him an advantage in the sand as well. That's why he's so widespread. I've actually heard that these things fold down. I'm going to be very careful. I'll just check that out. Now they seem to be pretty solid there. So watch my finger, because very articulate in that mouth part. so don't fall down. Hey, look at that, look at the little dragon. Okay, mate, enough of you. Off to the other one. Ooh, I don't want to push it too hard on his back because they're quite
Coming
delicate
up,
snakes.
the most venomous
rattlesnakes.
snake in the United
I
States.
found out, oh, look at those fangs.
And later, Rob and his friendly alligator Bo hit the bright lights of Hollywood.
3, 2, alligator is on set.
The desert is relatively new by geological standards, but you'd never know it by the impressive erosion in many areas. But no sightseeing for Rob. He's head down for the hunt.
Even though this snake I'm looking for is the second most common rattlesnake in North America and shares those creosote flats with the little sidewinder, unlike that sidewinder, one thing I do know about this snake is you'll always find him in these flats between the hills.
The entrance to prairie dog towns are a good starting place for the hunt.
If you're gonna find a snake, it's a good idea to come to where the food is. And there's just prairie dog holes everywhere here. And that's one of the food items of this rattlesnake I'm searching for. And if I want a big one, this would be the spot.
This is hot and lonely work.
This time of the afternoon, it's cooling down a bit. They should be out getting a bit of sun. I reckon my best chance is about now. Quiet. It looks like we've got one coming out of a hole for some sun. I'll stand real still, because they've got really good eyesight, these fellows, compared to other snakes. She might be going back down again. Ah. Shh, don't move. He's coming out. I thought this would be a good time. Late afternoon. With that tongue coming out. He probably senses something's there. I might just very gently get my stick down there and just hook him out before he goes down. Yes, here we go. That's what I'm after. A Mojave. He doesn't know what's happened to him. Oops, didn't like that, did you, mate? Sorry about that. Ooh, I don't want to push it too hard on his back because they're quite delicate snakes, the rattlesnakes. As I found out, oh, look at those fangs. Isn't he? Oh, look at that, eh? Oh, yeah. Look at that. He's a big one, too. What are you? This is the holy grail of the rattlesnakes. It's the Mojave rattler. He's the most deadly of the rattlesnakes. Has a bit of a nasty disposition to go with it. Oh, look at that. This rattlesnake, like with all rattlesnakes, when it comes to the biting apparatus, it's really formidable. If you compare it to an Australian venomous snake, they've got nothing in the fang department. And when I milk this one, you'll see just how long they are and how they work. Because I've heard rattlesnakes have a large venom yield. I want to see that for myself. Look at the length of that fang. You can see they've got to be hinged, because they weren't, they'd go through his bottom jaw when he closed his mouth. They're that long.
It's believed this snake's venom may contain a neurotoxin called Mojave toxin, delivered by very large fangs.
Go, mate, have a bite. Come on.
Ah, look at that. Oh. A lot of people say that rattlesnakes aren't all that deadly. That might be true, but when you take into account the length of the fang and the amount of venom that's injected, and it's not that an impotent venom, it's pretty strong in some of the rattlesnakes, especially this fellow, I reckon I'd rather be bitten by one of the venomous elabbid snakes of Australia than a big rattlesnake, because they are extremely painful. And even though it might not kill you as quick, you'd wish you were dead long before you died. Hey, mate.
This snake is considered to be the most venomous in the United States, and that consideration is well founded.
Just throw it as well.
Next up, if the rattler won't go to the rodent, Rob will bring the rodent to the rattler.
One thing I've noticed is there are a lot of lizards here, but the same area in Australia, you'd have 4 times as many species. Australian deserts are extremely old. That's why they've got so many species. American deserts are very young, around 10,000 years old. That's why there's so few.
Rob's found another rattler just around the corner of a large rock. He's hoping his heat signature will be hidden from the snake.
I've just located a speckled rattlesnake. He's just come along the edge of that rock. Looks like he was hunting. Tongue was coming out, and he's now just curled up into what they call the classic hunting posture. His rattle's underneath him, head looking out. I'm not going to try to disturb him. I'm going to try something here. Last night when I was driving on the roads, I found a roadkill, little desert mouse. I got it in my pocket here. I just wonder if I drop it in front of him, whether he might eat it. I'll just throw it as far as I can and move it with the stick. I think one of the problems I've got is it's cold. There's no body heat in this rat, seeing it's been dead for a while. So he's going to have to rely on smell alone. And it would be very unusual if he did eat it. But anyway, can't help but try. Ooh, missed.
It looks like the rattler ignored the cold creature and went for the warm meal of Rob's hand he could see had life in it. At first, he could care less about the rodent.
He had a whack. He's not rattling, so he's not alarmed. Got a mouthful of dirt though, so no trouble. Sorry. I think I'm annoying him a bit. Oh, look at them fangs, eh? He's definitely thinking about it. He's trying to find the head, buried under his coils a bit. It's a bit sad. Once he finds the head though, I think we're in luck. Had he actually bitten the mouse, and it was alive, the venom would be acting to break down the animal from the inside out. Come on, mate. It's times like this I wonder how snakes have actually survived. They seem so dumb sometimes. It's right there. I feel like going over there and sticking it in his mouth. Probably get me finger bitten. We don't want that out here. Even though he might not kill me, he's terribly, terribly painful. funny feeling that he's starting to zero in the heat from me, actually. Just back off and I'll bring it into it. Tests with rattlesnakes have determined that they can actually feel the heat of an animal from about 2 meters or 6 feet away. I'm going to come from over the top of this rock because this rock's got a lot of heat in it and might mask my body heat. I'm going to move it up again, see? Oops, sorry about that. Can't see that I'm here.
This is an average meal for a snake this size. It could devour larger prey by further dislocating its lower jaw. That, combined with its elastic skin, allows it to eat creatures up to 4 times the size of its head.
So, well, here we have it. A rattlesnake in the wild eating some natural food. Who would have believed it?
The meal is swallowed quickly. After all, the rattler's best defensive weapons are out of action just now.
Look at this.
Coming up next on Killer Instinct, Rob joins king snakes and diamondbacks who have found their own dinner. Rob's now using dry riverbeds to track his prey.
Another little lizard down there. Off you go. In Australia, this little sort of watercourse would be called a gully, but over here it's called a wash or a gulch.
And before long...
Now look at this. The things you find when you're walking around in the bush. A king snake eating a long-nosed snake. And they're both colubrids. Colubrids are the most common snake in North America. I just can't believe how many different kinds there are. In the short time I've been here, I've seen at least 11 or 12 different kinds. 2 at once right here.
The term king snake in this California king snake refers to the fact that other snakes, including venomous species, are a principal food source. They also eat rodents, lizards, birds and eggs. King snakes are good fighters and even consumers of rattlesnakes, thus becoming a natural control. This area was proving to be some kind of reptile restaurant. Not far from the king snake's table, Rob found a western diamondback devouring a pack rat. A rat that didn't use enough cactus as defense by the look. This is a good example of the size of animal a snake like this can consume. Rattlesnakes come in 16 different varieties with several subspecies and colour variants, but can be positively identified as rattlers by the unique jointed rattles on the tail. While most are concentrated in the southwestern United States, they do extend north, south and east in decreasing numbers. So in 2 comprehensive trips to this region, Rob has encountered some of the best rattlers he could have seen. His first was the black rattler.
Look at this. Look at this. It's a classic example. It's exactly where I expected to find one. Rocky outcrop, just stuck in under a bit of a ledge. Now I've got to be a bit careful here because he can rely on his heat sensors. And these little fellas can strike half their body length. Don't know how long he is, so I've got to be a bit careful. And he knows I'm here. Look at that tongue. He's really tasting. I can see those pits, eh? He can see me. Go on, out you go.
And not always practicing what he preaches, tail pulling is a no-no.
Not a real big one. I've heard a lot of people get bitten by rattlesnakes by grabbing them by the tail like I'm just doing now. And the reason is, if you see a tail hanging out of a rock from a rattlesnake, his head's generally by the tail. But with this one here, I've dragged it out and it's going back into its hole. And I'm not pulling him out. So I know exactly where the head is at all times. He thinks he's getting away, but he's not. Generally, when they curl up in there, their head is by their tail.
The pink rattlesnake just seemed shy.
Come on, there it is.
But a big western diamondback was spoiling for a bite and fight.
There we go. Ooh, that was close. See him whip himself around? Oh, he's not too happy. Look at those fangs go.
The Mojave rattler was a little firmer,
I don't want to push it too
very
hard
slippery.
because they're quite delicate snakes, the rattlesnakes. As I found out, oh, look at those fangs. Isn't he? Oh, look at that, eh? Oh, yeah. Look at that. This pretty little snake here, if it's what I think it is.
Then the little Hopi, who really isn't so little.
Which is a Hopi rattlesnake. Isn't little, he's actually a big one.
Next to come along was the unmistakable action of the sidewinder.
He's a little frightened at the moment. We'll have to give him a bit of room and he'll work. Look how it goes. He's going from here, he's going that way sideways.
And the speckled gave Rob a noisy welcome.
Ooh, look at those fangs.
So how do these venomous Americans compare to the deadliest blokes from down under?
Welcome to Australia, land of the big skies, the best beaches in the world, and home to more species of poison snake than anywhere else on the planet. And in these 3 bags in front of me, there is enough poison to kill a small town. And this is it. This is the most deadly snake in the world, the inland taipan or fierce snake. Now he's 890 times more deadly than a diamondback rattlesnake. And this is number 2, the second most deadly snake in the world, the common brown snake. And this is number 4, the common tiger snake. Now there's nothing common about his poison, it's deadly. You might be wondering what happened to number 3. Well, I'm going to try and catch you one of those, the coastal taipan.
An Aussie farmer had spotted this big, deadly snake on his property. Rob was there in a flash to help.
There he is, that farmer was right, he is a big one. A really big one. And this is number 3, the coastal taipan. In my books, the most dangerous snake there is. Look at the length of his fang there. And the venom's just running out. He's a decent size, this fellow. We'll whack him into the bag. Don't take any chances with these fellows. They're too damn dangerous.
Next on Killer Instinct, it's Rob Reynolds, reluctant TV star.
Get out of here. You're going to scare me today, aren't you, Rob?
After all the Arizona desert action, Rob was asked to be a guest on a popular animal television program. If ever a bushman looked uncomfortable and out of place, it was here in a Hollywood makeup chair. But even here, his cheeky personality shone through.
Can you do anything with them?
Rob was happy to take one of his new friends in to meet the TV folks, an alligator named Bo.
Coming through.
All right, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, alligator is on set.
This was natural activity for Rob. He He loves to learn, and whenever he can, he will teach his vast knowledge and wild experiences to all who care about our world full of amazing animals.
He's the host of his own hit television show Killer Instinct, and he never wears shoes. Please welcome the barefoot bushman, Rob Brettle. There's my guy. Get out of here. You're going to scare me today, aren't you, Rob? Welcome to Totally Pets. How can you tell, Rob, if this is a male or a female alligator?
You won't see that on television.
Smart alligator wants to go back in his cage. Hi! Oh, hi! Oh my God!
His name is Bo. It's the Mojave.
There are many snakes on our planet whose venomous bite can be fatal to humans. However, here in the United States, there are only 4. The coral snake, the copperhead, the cottonmouth water moccasin, and the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake is the only venomous snake native to California, but other venomous snakes make their home in the deserts of the American Southwest, like this little Mojave. Most rattlers, when disturbed, will try to move away, but if cornered, the unmistakable sizzling buzz of their rattle is a warning to stay away. Rob, who was once scared of spiders, thinks he's found a better pet.
The rattlesnake doesn't make a really good pet because he's got no brain.
Right.
And he reacts in what we call instinct.
But this is a fabulous pet.
It is. When you compare it to the others, this is a fabulous pet.
Well, yeah, in comparison.
Will not even bite you.
And now Robbie's had a taste of the bright lights of Hollywood. He wants to do this piece to camera a little differently, but he doesn't know the adage about working with children and venomous reptiles.
I've found that there are several ways to catch a rattlesnake other than putting your hat on one. One of the most popular seems to be this gun. But when you hear that go down and I put it on my finger, it's a bit painful for the rattlesnake, I reckon. Don't like it too much. There's also the hook. Now, I don't mind that, only it's very hard to get up close and personal with this. The only way to do that, I found, is with my jigger, which I prefer. Okay, mate. Okay, wriggle, wriggle. He thought he was hidden there. Look at that. After catching and handling 7 different species of rattlesnakes, I reckon if I lived in North America, I'd be a rattlesnake freak. But I much prefer to handle Australian venomous snakes, because rattlesnakes to me feel very soft. In fact, they feel as if you could easily break them. So you have to hold them rather gently, and they've got this habit of actually jerking. So you don't want to choke the poor fellow, and there's a chance he might pull out of your hand. So it makes it a little more dangerous, I reckon. Hey, mate. Hey, look at that. Anyway, mate. There we go. Until we meet again, I'm Rob Brettle, and thanks for joining me on Killer Instinct.